Kuzampura. Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live the majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online yoga workshop. Embassy of India, Thimpu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchu Culture Center. Yoga teacher and KVSSN Murthy here. My sincere praise to the Almighty to see all the best things with their majesties in the whole Bhutan. Coming to the today's exercises. Today's exercise pattern we starts with the sun salutation. So that is also with the mantra chanting and sloka and recitation. When you have Asian belief system, you can follow the chantings or you can follow only physical exercise part. So right, keep your back straight, keep your body straight, come to the pre position or samasthiti. So if possible, try to be in the prayerful mood throughout the practice. So now open the arms to the side stretch. Inhalation, lift the arms up. Just keep your pranamasana or salutation above to the head. Few seconds stay there. Called Kailasha Mudra, and bring your awareness towards your forehead towards your chest, called Anahata Pranamasana. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tatvam Pushan Apavruno Satya Dharmaya Drushtaye. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hraim Hraum Raha Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Kagapushna Hiranya Garbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskaraya Namaha. And stretch your arms forward, wide the arms, lift the arms up with inhalation. Further push the body up, and from there slightly bend the body back, called Ardha Chandrasana or Ardha Chandrasana, and then slowly keep your back straight. So when you have lower back strains or blood pressure complaints or heart ailments or especially facial organ disorders, avoid forward bending even in your regular activities. Reminding people, bend the body, called back stretched posture or Pada Hasta Asana. Then here, right leg stretch completely back, called Asva Sanchalanasana or horse riding stance. Press your one part of the abdomen with the forward folded leg, thigh and knee. Then this time back leg straight on the toes before joining your forward leg to back leg. So observe carefully anti-gravity exercise called Santulanasana we are doing. When you have like spinal cord complaints, avoid practice. So remaining people come to Santulanasana or Dandasana. So this is also very good exercise for the tummy tuck or abdomen fitness. Then slowly press the body towards the floor, called Ashtanga Namaskarasana or 8 limbs posture. Another very simple and effective posture for the lower back strains. And on the way, coming to lifted head cobra posture or Bhujangasana, lift your chin up throughout the practice, push your head up against the shoulders. And now back leg straight on the toes, then slowly keep your body move inside, called Parvatasana or mountain posture. And right leg again forward leg, called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding stance. Push your body down as well as forward, lift your chin further up. And back leg straight on the toes, back leg knee up, and slowly join your back leg to forward leg, called Pada Hastasana. Again push your body completely down, keep your head inside, and lift your arms and body at a time up, Hasta Uttanasana or lifted arms posture. So once completely pull up, and from there slight or medium back bend at the Chandra or at the Chakrasana. Again keep your back straight, Pranamasana above to the head. Then slowly join your Pranamasana at your chest level, called Anahata Pranamasana. Then once lift your both the arms, and then slowly wide your both the hands, then turn your palms down towards your thighs and bring them back, and keep your body normal and keep your breath also normal. And here wide your arms and wide your legs, lock your hands back. And coming to yoga poses, today also we have simple yoga poses to advanced yoga poses. So let's coming to the Pada Hastasana, standing forward bending posture. So as we mentioned before, when you have lower back complaints or neck issues or above back complaints or any other related disorders related to forward bends, avoid forward bends even in your regular activities. So coming to Pada Hastasana, back stretched posture, also good posture for the hamstring muscle stretch. So here keep your both the arms to the side stretch, lift your both the arms up. So for balancing, you can keep a small gap in between the legs or you can keep them together also. So be very convenient while doing. And this time completely push the body up, and very slowly bend the body while keeping your hips pushing back, and slowly bend the body forward. And after that, finally try to put your both the hands down towards the floor or keep your hands on the legs. But here try to adjust your body, line up to press your head towards your knees if possible. And then very slowly get back, lift your chin and head. Then very slowly keep your body adjusting to lifting the body up, open the arms. So at a time, from your lower back to hands, lift them slowly, carefully. Then here once push up, and once slightly keep a back bend, and further keep your body straight and wide your both the arms. Then very slowly get back to normal and hands down. Then take a long slow deep inhalations and exhalations. So when you know about the arrangement of the props, especially for this kind of exercises, you can do that exercise level also. Okay, take a long pause. So coming to simple back bending called Hasta Uttanasana to Ardha Chakrasana or Ardha Chandrasana. For that posture also, in between your legs, create a small space when it required. So now lift your both the arms from forward. So once completely pull up. So slight or medium back bending, especially involve your head for more back bend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then very slowly get back to normal. Then finally wide your both the arms. Then keep your arms down towards your thighs and resting. Long slow inhalation, exhalation. Right, few seconds break. So to shoot the next posture, I'm requesting my video technician to come on my right side or left side. And coming to next exercise called Asva Sanchalanasana or horse riding posture, especially for the hip stretching, leg stretching and pelvic muscles stretch. And also it is a good practice for the people who are having obesity issues as well as diabetes issues. And now keep your like body posture in a angle called first right leg back, left leg forward. And when you have knee issues or ankle issues or any other bone related issues, try to choose proper way of doing or avoid practicing. So here on your forward leg base, push your body, drag your back leg properly back. So this time we are doing horse riding stance again, like in sun salutation. So here keep your forward leg just under your chest. And for the same exercise, we are now creating a small variation. So not this time, try to move your forward leg out of the body. So this is also called wide leg variation of horse riding stance, or this is also called as lizard posture. So now try to push your body more forward. And here we are doing few variations to give more exercise for the hip level and abdomen and the pelvic. So try to keep your right hand bent on the floor. Still adjust your back leg. Then try to open your left hand. Then towards your opposite side, keep a turn and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then slowly get back to normal. Then keep your left hand on the floor but vertical stay. Then try to lift your right arm properly to turn the body. So this is also a way of abdomen churning, and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then now slowly get back to normal. Adjust your forward leg this time towards your front folded leg side. Turn your body while keeping your right elbow outside of your left knee to turn your body more. Parshva Namaskarasana, Aswa Sanchala, Parshva Namaskarasana, and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then very slowly get back to normal and keep your both the hands on the floor. Then this time slowly get your forward leg back to the normal and relax in any convenient posture for a while. So you can choose sitting, or you can choose butterfly, or you can choose Seshankasana or any relaxation posture. And now coming to alternate side. So this time again stand on the knees or choose proper way of keeping your alternate leg, right leg as a forward leg. So coming to regular horse riding posture, push your body forward, try to keep your both the arms on the floor. So your forward leg knee must come under your abdomen and the chest. So this time, don't lift your back, push your hips down as well as forward towards your forward leg heel. Once lift your chin. So in a flow of practice, in a row of practice, we are now doing all the variations. So try to keep your left elbow fold and try to wide your alternate leg, right leg still wide. Now open your right arm to turn the body and few seconds stay. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly get back to normal. Then this time try to put your right arm on the floor just under the chest, now, but keep your arm straight. And alternate hand up and full turn and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6 relaxation, then very slowly get back to normal. So now this time towards your forward leg side, adjust your body to turn more, called Parshva Namaskarasana, Asva Sanchala Parshva Namaskarasana. Both the hands together, like with your alternate elbow support, few seconds stable while turning in the posture. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly keep your both the hands down and arms also inside. Then slowly get your alternate leg out and try to be conveniently sit in any kind of posture for relaxation. Just few seconds, observe your breath, check your convenience. And take a long, slow and deep inhalation and exhalations. So from here, we are now in the practices of towards our advanced practices. Our next practice will start with the cat posture, and after that Vyagrasana, Marjari Asana and Vyagrasana plus all variations also. So now coming to both the arms on the floor, keep your both the knees in a distance, that be very convenient while doing this exercise. So for checking the measurement in between the knees and palms, we have many other measurement exercises, but just be very convenient whatever a measurement you have chosen. So keep your back straight. So this time open your right leg back, then lift your right leg up and head up. First coming to Vyagrasana, and after staying above to the body, then slowly keep your chin down and keep your knee also down. Try to join them inside towards your abdomen. Do not touch your floor with the knee or with the toes. Then come back to relaxation. Enough. And few seconds break. Then slowly come back to normal. So without giving more break time, so this time coming to alternate side, alternate leg, your left leg stretch back for the same Vyagrasana or tiger posture. Lift your head up, lift your alternate leg and try to maintain a C shape above to the body, and for a while stay without holding the breath. 1, 2 and 3, then slowly come back and keep your head down and chin down, and try to put your knee also towards your chin and stay for a while. If you can touch your chin, that's also good exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly get back to normal. So here we have in fact exercise pattern also. When you have free time, you can choose exercises to do is actually posture. Alright, now coming to actually postures called Marjari Asana, cat stance. So this time slightly adjust your both the arms and legs in convenient way that it should give you good push towards the practice. So lift your chin up, bend your trunk, bend your abdomen, few seconds stretch and stay without holding the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly get back. Keep your chin completely down, lift your abdomen up and stay as a simple crunching the body. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then slowly get back to normal. So here also choose any simple convenient posture for relaxation for a while. Then slowly come back to normal. So now this time in the next row we are doing same principle, cat stance and tiger stance with a simple advanced variations, advanced balancing postures. So right, this time if you have any knee complaints, avoid the practice, or you can choose cushion or towel or any other support under your knee as well as under your palm also. So now try to shift your body weight on your left knee and left hand. Left knee and left hand. Open your right leg back and open your right arm forward and stay for a while. Now we are doing same principle like a tiger and cat stance but balancing. And here one few seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then slowly get back to normal. So without giving much rest between practice to practice, and keep your body weight stable on the right knee and right hand. Then open your left leg back, open your left hand also forward, and few seconds keep your back leg toes to forward palm must be like horizontal to the floor, and stay 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and last count. Then slowly get back to normal. So after finishing this exercise, again few seconds gap in the form of Ashwini Mudrasan, Seshankasan variation, or any convenient posture for a while. Then slowly get back. So after normalizing your breath, again come to the same cat stance pre-position. So now this time we are now doing same exercise, cross hand, cross leg. So open your right leg back and left hand forward. So somewhat comparatively it is easy because our body weight will be carried by one hand and opposite side leg. And few seconds stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slightly come back. Then opposite side, same thing. Check your pre-position, check your breath and mat and rest. And alternate arm and alternate leg up and open and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then slowly get back to normal. Alright, in a flow of practice you can continue or you can take relaxation also. But my advice is, in a flow of activity, don't give more rest in between pose to pose. And now coming to same right leg open, and with the right hand catch your right leg. And now try to lift your right leg up and check your body weight. That should be stable on the same side hand and same side leg. That should be in the below. And stay now 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly get back to normal. Then finally opposite side, and here check your body weight and rest. Put your body weight on the right hand and right knee, and open your left leg back, and with the left hand catch your back leg ankle. So lift your leg up and stay now. Throughout the practice, look up and above leg toes point up towards the sky and stay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then come straight. Then few seconds to break here. Long deep inhalation exhalations. And again coming to the practice mode, and this time same exercise we are doing cross hand, cross leg. So for the same exercise, right leg open to the back, left hand forward, but back leg fold, and with the forward hand, left hand catch your leg. Then try to lift your leg up, try to look up and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then come back to normal. Then after that opposite side, same thing. Lift your left leg, then open your right arm forward. Check your balance. After that, fold your back leg and open your forward hand back to catch your leg. Just try to kick your leg up, and automatically that leg will lift your hand. And stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then completely relaxation. In any convenient posture or Seshankasan, Ashwini Mudrasan, or still you can choose any of your favorite convenient postures. Then come back to normal. So our next exercise pattern will be Parvatasan, mountain posture, and further Sirshasan, headstands posture or Kapalasana, then further Urdhva Padmasan or lotus headstands posture. So next 3 will be somewhat advanced practices and also inverted postures. When you have low blood pressure or high blood pressure issues or heart ailments or any other related issues related to neck or chest or head and skull, try to avoid the practices or try to choose proper way of doing, and better to take advice from your physician as well as yoga teacher before practicing this kind of inversions postures. So coming to the Parvatasana or mountain posture. So here keep your both the arms on the floor, same like in cat stance pre-position. Then finally try to lift your knees up, lift your hips up, try to push your body inside and try to be in the structure called capital A like structure. And throughout the practice keep your heels down on the floor, push your body inside and few seconds maintain your stay here without holding the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then slowly get back and relaxations. Then here also you can choose any convenient posture for only 10 seconds for relaxations. Then come back. So whatever interlude you will be creating, relaxation postures or any other exercises, that should give some recreation as well as that should give proper time for your inhalations and exhalations. And now coming to headstands practice. Initially for the headstands, when you will choose a wall support, okay, you can keep your both the hands like interlock fingers to fingers inside two fingers. But when you are practicing on the ground, without taking anyone's support, without taking wall support, so my recommendation is don't interlock your fingers inside. Instead of that, try to put your both the palms like overlap, so that when once you will fall down, your head will be safe. Your head will be safer, and also your fingers will not be pressed inside. And now keep your both the palms together, overlap your palms. Then try to put your crown part of the head in between, but you open your forehead out. And here slowly push your body up. And coming to the same mountain posture pre-position. So here slightly walk forward to keep your back straight. Now fold your one leg, then keep your knee straight. So now fold your other leg, then again keep your knee straight. Then finally lift your first leg up, and if once you will be safe in the balancing position. In that case only open your forward leg, but try to be very careful. One leg always should forward and one leg back to check the balance. Finally, if you will reach good balancing point, you can keep your both the legs together to keep them vertically up, and few seconds to stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here, with your total balance and with your previous experience and curiosity and grow of the practices, you can do many variations, and also you can do lotus posture. So here try to keep your both the legs fold like in lotus and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then slowly open your right leg up, then slowly left leg up. Then finally keep your one leg fold and one leg out, and try to put your forward leg on the floor. Then finally release your above legs from the strain and join your two legs on the floor. Slightly walk forward and bend the knees on the floor and lift your head up. Soon after that, you can adopt Ashwini Mudra Asana or Seshank Asana or any convenient posture to create relaxation at the above back and the neck and the head. So basically it will improve your blood circulation, again come back to the normal. Then slowly get back to normal and lift your chin up. But remember, after Sirshasana, also called what we call Shavasana, also recommended, as well as standing posture also recommended. But please be aware of that. Whatever posture you will do, be very convenient and be very confident. After doing the practices, don't feel kind of sick. Okay, take long, slow inhalation, exhalation. So because of headstands, our necks might have been got some kind of rigidness or some kind of inactiveness. So to balance that situation, just move your head in a half cycle or in a full cycle, or still when you know about the good massaging technique, just close your both the fists and try to give a smooth massage on the neck and at the ears also. Alright, now slowly keep your both the hands down and open your both the legs and rest for a while. and then come back. So finally we have reached towards the pranayam session. So I'm requesting my video technician to just put the camera in front of me. Please remember, we are practicing like in a month, medium postures and advanced postures and also primary postures. But in fact, in the yoga there are no level of primary or medium or advanced. It is all about the participants, how they are receiving, and participants how they are curious about their practices, and participants how they are continuing the practices. That is the matter here. So when you are so flexible, when you are curious, when you are interested, when you are committed towards the practices, there is no issue of preliminary or medium or advanced. So in just 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, you can reach a good level. But continuity in the practices will bring more good changes. Alright, coming to the practices, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. So here you can choose chair or wall supported chair, or you can sit on the floor also, but be very convenient. When you have back issues, try to remember to choose any good support in the form of chair or in the form of wall. So right, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. So here also we have chanting of mantras and sloka. Basically this chanting saying that the purpose of the yoga or all styles of the yoga purpose is same to give towards the physical fitness and mental fitness and social awareness, and also coming to spiritual upliftment. Alright, coming to mantra chanting and sloka, keep your both the palms together in front of the forehead. Om Kesavaya Swaha, Om Narayanaya Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyardham Asana Purvakam Pranayamadin Karishye. Om Sandhi Sandhi Sandhi. Keep your hands down. So today our practice is also related to Kapalabhati, cranium cleaning technique or frontal brain cleaning technique. And next one is Ujjayi Pranayam or psychic breath or victorious breath. Kapalabhati is a practice. Initially it will comes under cleaning technique. So cleaning of the frontal brain. So that it is called as frontal brain cleaning technique, Kapalabhati. Here Kapala means total skull and Bhati means glow. So when once properly detoxification will be happen, so the next level will be happen called glorious in the face, glow in the face. So coming to the practices, Kapala Bhati, that sloka I mentioned that Bastrava Loha Karasya Recha Purau Sasam Brahmau Kapala Bhatir Vikyata Kapadosha Disoshini. The way we are doing, the way we are extracting the breath outside in a form of stroke making exhalation, that will bring positive changes, or that will bring a good balance in between the all phlegm levels inside the body, which is positioned around the rib cage and around the chest, around your throat, around your face and skull. And also Ujjayi Pranayam is saying that Slashma Dosha Haram Kante Dehanala Vivardhanam Nadi Jalodara Dhatu Gata Dosha Vinasanam Gachata Tischata Karyam Ujjaya Kyantu Kumbhakam. Ujjayi Pranayam is only one pranayam anyone can do while walking, while sitting, while jogging, while practicing anything, while you are doing your regular household works, and even while you are practicing yoga postures also you can perform Ujjayi Pranayam. Also it is saying that Slashma Dosha Haram Kante. So basically phlegm level disorders which will be deposited around the throat level, that will be eradicated through this simple exercise. And also it is saying that Deha Anala Vivardhana means some of the heat will generated inside the body. So we can understand as in this context also, basically the people who are practicing this kind of exercises, obviously their immunity levels will be good and their metabolic levels will be good. And right, coming to the practices, keep your back straight, keep your position straight. Now in a single go we are doing 30 strokes of Kapalabhati, but when you have high blood pressure issues or ear problems or any other facial disorders, especially when you have heart problems or any abdominal disorders, try to do it very slow or take advice from your yoga teacher. So keep your back straight and starting our practices. Kapalabhati, sharp exhalation, slow inhalation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then few seconds break. After practicing Kapalabhati or after practicing pranayam, it is advised to give a small time gap to choose another practice. Okay, now coming to other practices called Ujjayi Pranayam, psychic breath. So here we have inhalation will be like it will give a snoring, baby snoring sound, intentional baby snoring sound, and exhalation will be normal with the nose. So here no need to close the nostrils with the right hand fingers. So here we have no work with the right hand fingers. Keep your both the palms down on the knees. And here no work with the mouth also. It should be totally inhalation with the nose and exhalation with the nose. But only thing is inhalation, the air should hit the walls of the internal nostrils to make that baby snoring sound. Right, with that vibration only the phlegm level disorders which will be deposited around the throat level, that will be melted and that will go inside the body. So keep your back straight and first completely breathe out. Then for inhalation, so only for understanding, just put your fingers around the throat level, slightly press your throat up while creating inhalation. And slowly keep your hand down, breathe out with the nose. Again inhalation with the throat. And slowly come back, breathe out with the nose. And inhalation. Again slowly exhalation, regular exhalation with the nose. And fourth count inhalation. And breathe out with the nose. So last inhalation with the nose. And slowly complete breathe out with the nose. Alright, and now take a long inhalation, exhalation. Coming to Mudra segment. So here today's practices also comes under Hridaya Mudra Abhyas. So keep your all the fingers out and especially try to fold your index finger inside and adjoin your thumb towards your ring finger and the middle finger. Open your little finger out and stretch your both the hands on the knees. Very simple and effective mudra called Hridaya Mudra. And basically this mudra improves the vitality of the heart, and also this mudra helps to release the pent up emotions and unburden the heart. And it may be practice it during the emotional conflicts and as well as in the emotional crisis, especially in the mornings and evenings, or whenever you have a feel of fear or stress or agony, you can choose this kind of simple mudras with the devotion. So here keyword is devotion. So few seconds is stable here in this mudra. So you can choose this kind of mudra abhyas along with your meditation practices, along with your pujas and rituals also. Alright, then slowly keep your fingers out and rest your fingers, rest your hands. Then finally coming to the conclusion, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. So once you will be totally able to finish your physical yoga practices including mudras, please remember to give some more time to regenerate the body in the form of yoga nidra or power nap. Power nap or yoga nidra always useful to create some energy inside the body. It will give more focus levels also towards your further works. and based on your strength level, based on the style of the practices, it is advised to give 15 minutes time gap to half an hour time gap to take bath, and further 10 minutes time gap to take breakfast. But these timings totally depend on how you are practicing. And in the afternoon before your lunch time, try to see all the possibilities, try to take a power nap or yoga nidra. As we mentioned that it will give more focus levels to the mind, and as well as it will improve the productivity from you. And in the evening, once you will be totally free from your affairs and activities, before your dinner time, try to see possibilities to do yoga practices, half an hour yoga practices, which will involve leg stretchings and lower back bends, and strength trainings, and also inversions along with your breathing and breathe out patterns. And when we are meeting here the same time with the same content on Monday, we will see still more good practices. Until then, take care of yourself and stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also. Thanking you all to giving me this wonderful opportunity.